Hello, I'm Zash, and welcome to episode 52 of my Steins Let's Read. Hold on just a second, I gotta take this. Ooh, did everything just taste pink for a minute? Why do I remember tomorrow? Wait, I have an idea for time travel. That might work. Please enjoy this while I work.
Compression won't harm data like it would harm a human. As long as we're just sending data, there's nothing to worry about. But the data is a human!
Take a look at a highly compressed JPEG. Compression does damage data.
And the data is human.
Yeah. Or a badly compressed MP3.
Oh god, badly compressed MP3s are the worst.
Yeah. That is an example of how compression harms data.
I mean, you can do it as well as you can, but generally it's gonna come out with some...
Yeah. I get it. But wait, can we really pull off such a stunt?
No.
And besides, how do you plan on converting humans into data?
We're going into like Sword Art Online, You know that my thesis got published, right?
This is no time to flaunt your accomplishments.
Have you read it?
I haven't. It had something to do with memories. I remember that.
Yeah, I think.
I've got scans if you want to read it. Daru opens up his image folder, scrolls past tons of 2D porn, and opens up the scanned images. I'm sure they'll let us know the important details.
Yeah.
Sure enough, there's Kurisu's name in big English letters.
The title of my thesis is Analysis of Memory-Related Nerve Impulses in the Temporal Lobe.
Temporal lobe? Nerve impulses? Does this have anything to do with Evangelion? What, you didn't know? No, wait. This can't be right. This title sounds like, neuroscience, not physics.
I'm a neuroscientist. Got a problem?
Wanna fight about it?
Come at me, bro.
No, the guy from Family Guy.
Yeah.
What? I can't believe it. From the way she talks about particle accelerators and the time travel theory, I was sure she had to be a physicist.
Wasn't her dad a physicist?
Yes, her dad was.
I'd expect they'd have conversations, though, before he floats off forever.
No, forget about that. How is this related to time travel?
Converting an entire human to data is impossible. Yeah! But converting a human's memory may be possible. So you want to send a pensive through time?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Converting memories to data? That's a lot more plausible than sending a human.
Yeah, it is. Okay, I can handle that better.
Yeah. Kurisu proceeds to explain her thesis. Memories accumulate somewhere called the parahippocampi gyrus, or hippocampus, which is located in the temporal lobe of the brain. But what exactly are memories? Kurisu's thesis analyzes this question from a neuroscientific perspective. All of the brain's functions manifest as electrical signals running through its neurons. Even memories are written to the hippocampus by electrical signals. Kurisu analyzed how the specific electrical signals correspond to specific memories. You know what's cool? This is actual science.
Yeah.
They have done functional MRIs that they could kinda sorta pull an image of something that someone was remembering.
That's just fascinating.
And match it to the, basically they gave the guy 25 things to look at, and then we're using the fMRI, and they were able to guess with about 50% accuracy what image he was thinking of.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's not there yet, but it's a start.
We could have a pensive in, another 100 years.
Yeah. Because, 50% accuracy is is a lot higher than chance.
Yeah, that's not just... And especially because, the memories aren't exactly... You can't put memories in multiple choice.
Yeah. Well, no, they just gave the guy, a 5x5 grid of pictures, and then they asked him to think about one.
I know, but memory is highly subjective.
Yeah.
It's not like he took a photograph and he's holding one and you guess which card he's holding.
Well, that's kind of how the test was structured. Like, they gave him 25 unique pictures.
But memories don't work like cards. They're not the same. He could be, okay, I'll remember this one, but it could be slightly different from the one that...
Yeah, than the original. That's probably why they only got a 50% hit rate.
Yeah.
But it's a start.
Yeah.
The mechanism by which humans recall memories can be linked to a word association game. You begin with a vague, abstract image, which calls successive images with increasing clarity.
Imagine a chest of drawers. Each drawer is filled with tiny boxes, and inside each box is another bunch of tiny boxes. Keep opening boxes until you find the memory you're looking for. I'm not that organized.
Kurisu discovered that the number of retrieval commands, nerve impulses used to search up memories, is surprisingly low. Out of hundreds of millions nerve impulse patterns in the brain, only a few thousand are related to memory.
And that is amazing, man.
Yeah. It was the successful analysis of these patterns that earned Kurisu and her research team critical acclaim in the scientific community. Yeah, something like that would be big.
Yeah. Now, before you ask how this relates to time travel, there's one more thing I need to explain. Several years ago, my lab, the neurophysiology lab at Victor Condoria University, developed a technology called visual rebuilding, or VR for short.
Out of curiosity, I'm going to Google that real quick. The university is a real thing.
Oh, awesome.
Visual rebuilding is not. It is a reference to Chaos Head.
Aw.
At least it's not a real thing yet.
It could be, give it time.
Yeah, but the initial research is there, so...
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There's some basis in fact for this, and they're just extrapolating. Anyways.
Put simply, it enables conversion of video data into nerve impulse signals. Okay. Used in reverse, can also convert nerve impulses into video data, or any other kind of electronic data. So into a pencil.
Yeah.
So if we combine VR technology with my research, do you see where I'm going?
No way! We can convert memories into data?
Not just that. Memory transplantation, backups, external storage. All of those things become possible.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah. Especially for people who,
Then you can copy yourself into your younger self.
Yeah, see, my mind didn't go to cloning. My mind went to things like Alzheimer's.
Yeah. And there was a game called Remember Me that had an interesting idea. People sold their memories.
Yeah, I can see why that would be...
Like, a copy of their first kiss with a really hot wife or girlfriend, or memories of being the first man in space.
Yeah, I can see why that would be a good, even on a, like, angsty fanfic level, like, someone who's never really had a family wanting to know what it's like. I can see why that would be a thing someone would go for.
Mm-hmm. It's like science fiction. Yes, it is. It's almost like you're in a science fiction visual novel. In a sense, this technology could be used to copy a person's soul. Yeah, and there's the whole theological ramifications too. According to Kurisu, some religious groups strongly opposed this research, as you might expect. Yep. On the other hand, the medical community is ecstatic about the possibilities, and so are the thought police. In any case, it's amazing that my assistant here was able to make such an incredible discovery. Of course, she did have a university supporting her, but still. So basically, what you're saying is we convert the subject's memories into video data, use the LHC's black hole to compress that data into 36 bytes, send that data through the Kerr black hole inside the phone wave, name subject to change, and finally imprint those memories on the subject's brain in the past. Yeah, if they just said use the LHC to create a stable Kerr black hole to send the D-mail through.
I honestly don't think the phone wave is capable of that. It's such a crass little instrument, to be honest.
Yeah.
They'd have to get CERN level
stuff,
which That would be an interesting plot point.
Yeah, they do. They have access to it.
Yeah, but they don't. Can you use that hole from, another country? Even though they have a direct line, you have to be.
Well, they probably have a microwave transmitter in CERN somewhere.
Yeah, but can they use it from another country? Is it possible to use all of that, all of the tools there from where they are?
Probably. Like, they have to get the data off it somehow.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the equipment probably is hooked into the local network.
Yeah. I just feel like there's a lot of stuff that would be...
Because it makes things easier.
I feel like there would be a lot of stuff that they can't access where they are, Like, you can have the remote to a flying helicopter in one room and fly the copter just fine, but you're probably gonna mess up a lot if you can't see what you're doing.
Well, they could get... Well, basically, they just take the CERN's default settings, fire up the LHC, and send off the email. What does that mean?
We can send our memories back in time. In order to differentiate from physical time travel, let's follow the time leap. So I have a question.
Yep.
Do you have to put your memories into yourself? Is that the only option? Because presumably, even if you send your memories to a separate person, with the way that memory recall works, I don't see, would it just like the memory unfold in their head instantaneously, which could potentially cause an episode, just saying, or would it take a recall to do it?
I don't think you can send a memory to another person just because our brains are too different from person to person.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It would cause a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something they don't understand, they wouldn't know. They don't know how to open the drawers and search through the boxes to find it.
Yeah, or even decode it when they do open.
Yeah. So it's an interesting question because it does, even though it's sending memories, it does constrict them some because...
Yeah, they have to send it to themselves probably.
Yeah, if there's no sending a memory to Lukako's mom.
Yeah, but if they got Lukako's dad on board...
Yeah, he could do it.
Yeah.
But there's not always that option.
Yeah.
Because Forrest, too, sent it from before she was born, so that's not an option.
No, first sent it to when she was like 8.
Yeah.
And that might not even work. Like, the brain of an 8-year-old is very different than the brain of an 18-year-old.
Yeah, it's not fully developed. They don't have the same...
Yeah.
An adult memory in a child would probably mess them up.
Yeah.
There's an interesting idea. You don't go back, just your memory. It's so crazy that nobody thought of it before.
And probably because the technology hadn't existed until she wrote it up in her thesis a few months ago.
True. Well, telepathy's pretty much always been a thing people have thought about, to be honest.
She's right. The idea is ridiculous, which is exactly why none of the geniuses at CERN could come up with it. But this union of physics, neuroscience, and neurophysiology will make the impossible possible. And this is why the disciplines should talk to each other.
Yeah.
To transfer memories to the past via cell phone. To time leap.
The important thing to remember is that only memories are being transferred. Be careful what you're thinking about. Personality and consciousness aren't included.
What does that mean? How is it different from what you see in sci-fi novels?
Time leaping in sci-fi usually sends everything. Consciousness, personality, memory. But in real life, there's probably too much data. And besides, we only analyze memory. Think of consciousness, personality, and memory as different things. Which you really shouldn't because they kind of go hand in hand. One always affects the other.
Yeah.
Memories are like the video data stored on your computer. Consciousness and personality are like the OS.
Yeah. Similar things, but different.
They're different, but, if you have a type of memory, like if you wiped every memory from my head right now, I would probably be a vastly different person than I am right now.
But what I think she's trying to say is, if you send Okabe's memories and stuff them into Mayuri's head, for example, Mayuri won't start acting like Okabe.
Yeah. But alternately,
Yeah.
the way that you and your personality and your consciousness perceives things affects memories.
Like
Memories aren't subjective.
probably there would be a
You're not seeing it
Mayuri
from the outside.
Okabe fusion type of thing, but it's not like she'll become
Well, the
Okabe, or there'll be a split personality or something.
yeah, no, that wouldn't happen. But the question is, if you watch any old video on YouTube,
Yeah.
you're gonna see things subjectively because it's how it's
Yeah.
filmed, it's how it is. But if you're seeing a memory is always affected by how people perceive it. So if they think, like, if they're in an argument with someone and someone says something that it wasn't very angry, but they perceive it as extremely angry, and someone else watches it through their eyes, through their memories, it's going to be very angry, even if in real life it wasn't.
True.
So there's always going to be an effect.
Yeah.
You're never going to get a subjective look at something through someone's memory.
But what I think they're going to do is they just to keep things simple and not to open that can of worms, they're just going to have the person's memories go to that person. Like, Okabe will always leap to Okabe. Kurisu would always leap to Kurisu. That sort of thing.
But I think what they're trying to do is, like, make a memory into a YouTube video and send it to a cell phone so they can watch it in the past. Yeah. I think that's what they're leading to. I'm not sure, but either way, it's going to be highly subjective to the person whose memory it is.
Anyways.
That causes a small problem.
But videos can take up way more space than the OS.
It's just an example. For starters, it's still not clear where personality and consciousness are located, or how they're constructed. So we can't convert them into data. Or at least I can.
So we can only send memories. Where does that leave us?
Your memories aren't the only thing that define us. Even if you send your memories to the past, it will be the receiving you's consciousness and personality talking.
So, in Mindor's terms, it's like copying data from a Vista computer to a Min 95 computer. Oh, Windows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Min. Yeah. That's adorable.
Mindors.
That is actually extremely cute. Data created with the latest OS may not work on an older OS. It might cause errors. Yeah, depending on how you change, grow, mature, like 16-year-old Bars and 8-year-old Bars. For example, if you sent your current memories to yourself in elementary school, the gap between your memories and your body can have serious consequences.
Anyway, is it correct to assume that we'll be targeting ourselves in the past? Kurisu nods at my question.
Just like with email, we're using cell phones as a transfer. How is that supposed to get into your head, though? To be precise, you can only leap into your own body, and only if you had a cell phone at the time of conception. Okay, they are how would you
talking going straight to the brain.
I don't understand how they expect to send a memory, presumably in a video format, through a phone and into
what I'm thinking is they're going to pull the raw memory out of the subject's brain, encode that so it's in the right format for the recipient because it's the same person, and then somehow download it into the past guy's memory. Because they have to get the memory out using some sort of EM scanner, because they're not going to cut open the brain to get the information out.
Yeah, you can't do that anyway. It's not
so they're going to they have to pull out the memory wirelessly somehow. So that probably that might mean they have a way to write the memories wirelessly too.
But what I'm wondering is they're sending it along the phone line. So would it, like, if they're sending it as a medium through the phone line, is it going to be like a radio signal that is caught by the mind itself, or is it going to go through the phone? And if it's going through the phone, how is it going to go from phone to person? Yeah, that is a question. We'll see if they cover it, or if they'll just hand wave it with magic. There was an exception. In Lukako's case, we sent a D-mail to a pager, but that doesn't apply to time leaping. Yeah. If you try sending memories to someone else, how do I put this? There's a danger that the electrical signals might be projected.
wouldn't want to jump into someone else's body. I mean, unless it's the body of a cute girl.
Oh, please.
Is this guy capable of a non-perverted thought? Okay, general ruling, Daro's not allowed to jump into me, because I don't want his memories.
No, not really. Don't me, you idiot. If it just bounces off, it's fine. But I'm worried incompatible memory data might do serious damage to the recipient's psyche.
Yeah.
No joke. I don't know what might happen. No one's done it before. No, but you can pretty much figure out that
You can make a guess.
it's a bad idea.
Yeah. That makes us pioneers. I like it.
There are two things I do know. One, you definitely cannot go back before you were born. And two, you won't exist in two places at once.
That's true.
I don't think you should go back to when you were a child either. I mean,
Yeah.
that means you don't have to worry about causing a paradox. You can't kill your parents before you were born.
Yeah, that's
That is
true.
good.
So, the phones act like black and white holes. Racist! It seems like a strange coincidence that cell phones would be the medium of time travel. But really, could it have been anything else? These days, people wear their phones like a second skin. No other medium could reliably deliver the memories to their intended target.
Up to a point in history, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's in their lifetime, so...
Yeah, in their lifetime, that means, like, presumably an older person would have a set amount of time.
Yeah.
Cell phones only became, public in, like, what, 80s-ish?
Yeah.
And even then, that was the huge briefcase thing.
Yeah, I've got one somewhere around here.
Yeah.
One of the big beige bricks.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, the more I realize that this is meant to be. I whip out my phone and place it to my ear. It's me. Everything is falling into place. The plan can now proceed to the final stage. I'm talking about Operation Verthandi, obviously. One of the other Norns.
Yeah.
Anime fans may remember her by the name of Beldandy. Because that's what Oh My Goddess was based off of.
Yeah.
Christina had me fooled. I never knew she was capable of this. It must have been the choice of Steins Gate that sent her here. Don't worry. I have everything under control. Nothing can stop us now. El Sai Kongru.
I like how everyone just takes that in stride.
Yeah.
They're so used to it now.
I put away my phone and turned to Kurisu. Were you listening? Good. Commence preparations for Operation Verthandi.
First, explain what that is.
We're going to build your time leap machine, Christina. And you better not say it can't be done. Not after showing me the way.
Well, this is Akihabara. I should be able to find the partner. Which is an odd thing to say right now.
Well, Akihabara is now the electronics town again. You can find any electronics.
It's hard to remember that though, so she said this is Akihabara, and I'm going, well, you could probably find,
Porn?
body pillow with an anime character on it.
But no, it's gone back to the electronics town, so...
Gotta get used to it.
Then, it's decided. I'm placing you in charge of this operation. Whatever you need, ask, and it shall be yours.
Within a budget.
Together, we shall complete the first time leap machine in human history. Kurisu nods. Her eyes are shining with fierce, hungry light. She's excited about this. As I thought, she's a scientist to the core.
For someone who said at the beginning of this she would never do time travel stuff ever,
Yeah.